Yo, tell us what we're doing here, bro.
Yo, we're shooting another interview in nice lighting in the middle. Look at this shit. Like, man. Yo, it's fucking April. It's April. I'm Max Cohen, and I am a graphic designer.
Rolling with the wolves, split a pack of the woods down. Wish away my words and my life's understood now. Say they wish me well, but this is on the Lord now. Say they wish me well, but they don't wish me well. Lying up the city, riding for.
Yeah, so I got into designing covers through a couple of things. I started designing with like video game stuff more so, just because I was like 13, 14, 15, right? So like I wasn't fully into this rap stuff yet. But I started making the transfer when I was like 16, like just basically transferring my design skills because like I was in Photoshop the whole time, so it's the exact same skills. And then I just started conceptualizing for songs I liked. I would just make like alternate covers, post them on Twitter, get my develop my fan base and exposure based off that, like just purely off Twitter. I didn't even have Instagram at the time. I got Instagram like a year ago, just because like I realized that I needed it, right? With Killy, I reached out to him in like May of 2017, I think, so pretty early on, like April, May, and then got to work with him really early, which was awesome. But that was through Instagram, so like as I said, most of my connections just come through social media or like my pre-existing network. It took me about like just sitting here like 8 hours for a day and then like maybe 4 hours for another of just like bouncing back and forth with like Killy's management, like him, some people in his crew like Jeff and Dave who are just like kind of creative directors almost, just to make sure that we got this perfect. The Killy series, that's mostly my imagination, even though for the first cover I definitely have to say that I got inspiration from Ferris, who does Lil Uzi's work, just because when I was talking back and forth with Killy at the beginning, it was like he definitely had a lot of influence from that, from like Lil Uzi's branding scheme. So just to break it down, we have some layers here that add texture. So like you see, it's like a little bit of a grain almost that is added. With quite a few of my Killy pieces, I've just like quick sketches on paper, just because like those are more artistic, right? So like it's more moving parts and me like conceptualizing a scene. But often I can just do that in my head and like figure out layouts as I go. A lot of the time, especially with text, like I can just, you know, like figure it out, yeah. The text layer is, you see it's like a bevel. Mm-hmm. So it has that kind of like more metallic view, which definitely fits with the aesthetic of the cover. That was actually what we were going to do before. It was about to be like him and a whole like army of people, but then we scrapped that idea. Yeah, so it was like actually a couple of days of just like bouncing back and forth on this. All this was photo manipulation. And just like it's some of it is just me using like brushes in Photoshop. Like this is all brushes from Photoshop that I warped to be in the shape of like a dragon or something, right? As I grow in my presence, like at least within the industry, I plan on diverging my streams of creativity, I guess. But at this point, like it just doesn't make sense for me to be straying from what has done so much for me. So I'll be sticking with the cover grind for a little while. Plus it's just fun, right? Like I enjoy it. Like that's the biggest thing for me, is making sure that I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And I really have fun just putting together projects and being able to develop the imagery to music, really. Like what represents it. Mm-hmm.
Farewell, goodbye. 7 days, 7 nights, 7 lives. I come alive on doomsday. Red eye, one way, LA. Push back, trip back, new day. Face to face with fame.